Welcome back, guys, to another video on Star Trek because I feel like it. I'm fucking bored as fuck.
Then color with us. That's dumb.
Last time we left off here because I really needed sleep. But, you know, that's my own damn shit.
We've arrived near sensors.
First aid,
I thought the whole
Deep Space
thing
K-13.
Shields and charging weapons.
I'm surprised these fights last as long as they actually do, because normally they don't last this long. And that's very true. And you don't automatically get flank damage anymore when starting out like this. If you guys don't know about the challenge that technically this character is, then you go back, look at the description of the first video. You'll see everything that's going on for that. But the main basis of this character is to show everybody that you could have fun with any type of fucking character you want, any type of fucking character you need, any type of build you want, except for going into lockboxing, because lockboxing is just pay to win. And lockboxing is not fun. If you're just gonna pay to win, it's what's the point? Am I right? Well, no, it's like seriously just pay to win. Like, because you can buy like thousands of keys, get everything you want from those thousands of keys, and then just do it all over again and just go through the game that way. But again, that's the pay to win style.
That's the gambling side. It's like if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, wouldn't that be pay to win? Because you literally have to open up packs. You'll never get the same pack.
I don't like this.
Unless you open up a certain amount of times of the same pack opening.
The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sick bay is still operational.
I've had it happen to me once.
Scans show us
I think I saw
according
motion in
to
that room to the left.
Is this considered to be a Dracula game?
I have secured.
No, not really.
Equip your bridge officers by selecting them. Then double-click an item in your inventory to have them equip it.
All the lockbox weapons.
If we pass through the mess hall, we can access the turbo rift to reach engineering. Whenever you are ready.
Lasers have their unique damage bonus. It's just. Each of them is different. One does either damage bonus, as in the Protostar set, some do radiations, AoE, or TNT.
These crew members, they're all infected by the parasites. Be careful.
Damage and crit modifier and damage modifier. Only sniff damage is a flavor of the weapon.
I like how you put that, the flavor of the weapon.
The creatures.
Just sounds like what I'm talking. It sounds like what I talk about when I'm playing Borderlands.
Okay, it's like your one-fitted gun gets a, I'm gonna say this, a 0.5% chance that it'll proc its ability on the boss that you're getting ready to fire at, and looking at it, it never fires. It's 2.5 here, and even then, you know, the best chance of getting those effects off is to have the target you hit with a damage type of weapon and multiple projectiles. Diamonds are really good at that. Because of that, but you can get with like, 25, 50 bullets out at one with one solid hit. And hit every bullet.
Usually when I'm talking about the flavor of the weapon, I'm not talking about what type of damage type it actually is doing on top of the base damage.
I'm talking about the whole thing. Dish service, because
The auxiliary.
each one does a different way, even though they handle the same. You can be like,
Hi
okay,
there.
let me put it
It's
this
good to
way.
see you.
Two
Well,
guys
While
know.
I cannot.
Aye.
Side by side, one can handle shotgun shell, while the other one can only
Equip a
handle
pit to
normal
gain
pistol.
new ground combat abilities.
Oh,
Aye.
but
This is one of the broken
let's
relays,
say the
right
one on
here.
the left has a hell of a kick to go with the shot. The reaction will be close to
That
each
one was
other.
easy.
Okay?
Just a few more to go.
The effect will be different.
All right, let us.
Yes.
That's the whole idea of it. You continue the same, you can put two things side by side, the same range, same everything, but they have two different things that are built into it. That difference makes the style of weapon for the team that you're going for.
But if you want more than just that as the pure weapon type, you can go with one that literally offsets it, where you do another flavor. Or, well, another damage type, I should
I'll
say.
have this fixed up
For
straight away.
example, if I were to go into my plan build right now, I have Thoron, I have probably Corrosive on that, I don't know.
That takes care of that. No
I haven't
trouble.
really dug into that in a while. But I know it's got radiation build on it. What that does is it does exotic damage on top of the physical damage of the element. Now, warframe logic, elemental is not physical. It's the type of weapon that you can run. Elemental damage by the phaser, disruptor, tension, learn, and a proton. Those are all your base stats that I believe you use.
Technically there's quantum as well, but
Intelligence is also so there are 6 enemy types.
well, there's again technically quantum because of the quantum.
Quantum is more of a unique type based on torpedo.
But
It has a damage type bonus, but delay like crazy.
But again, it's still part of the unique stuff that can actually be part of, well, the builds.
Good point.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
Now, if you guys are seeing what I'm throwing a photonic grenade. Does kinetic damage, shield penetration, and damage reduces to the epicenter. Basically, the more damage, the closer you are to the epicenter. I think it's this way. The more damage, the closer you are to the epicenter, the
Think of it as a earthquake. The most damage will be at where the source is at, and it'll kill it all.
yeah, basically a normal frag grenade.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to get to. It's basically like a normal frag grenade.
There we are.
There's also the radiation grenades, which are quite fun actually. But that one is lockbox bound. I don't know if they re-implemented it to the lockbox, but I remember it used to be. It's the radiation photonic grenades. It's a second pairing with the photonic grenade.
You can get a radiation version.
There used to be a lockbox one, I remember it. What it did was, it did a glitch. Well, it implemented you to do a glitch where you can get, I think it was 5,000 damage per time you threw it.
There we are. Good as new.
And every time you threw it, it would stack up that 5,000 damage. It was basically a glitch grenade. If you weren't running it in your quote-unquote ultimate build, you weren't playing the game right, apparently. But you don't need it. If you really needed something like that, that's a glitch to help out your build, then it's... Then your build is just complete and utter shit. I'm sorry to say. I need that just in case the controller starts starting. Oh my god, I forgot how many there are of these little fucking things. God damn.
It looks like...
Look, who are those soldiers? They're definitely not Starfleet.
So...
Get the lights while the commander's down.
Get off the bed and then get back on the bed.
All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
Oh, here's the fun stuff, the aliens. The alien intruders. I remember when they used to look a little bit different. It looks like they upgraded their model a little.
We need to talk. Actually,
not by much, just enough.
Return to the ship on your order.
Let's beam up.
The Ptolemy is holding an Akulov while we rescue the others.
I'm transferring.
This is Captain Serralto of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
Not kidding, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. Parasites are gone.
This is Captain Parasites. Something's wrong. We're not doing any damage.
There's some kind of temporal shielding.
Temporal shielding? Never heard of it. But maybe a modulated ion burst could disrupt it.
Now, temporal shielding. I don't remember everything about it, but it does take a lot to take it out. But I don't remember how effective it normally used to be. It's been a while for that one. If you would like to re-enlighten some of the people about the temporal shielding, that'd be lovely.
Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There's doors. I've never seen a station do that.
Well, in the mission that I just did, there was a ship that had temporal shielding, where certain damage types only could go through.
Let me get this straight. K-13, an entire... Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu.
We have
Press
a
the L2 button to show all your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu.
You know what temporal shielding is, well, certain shield types actually have certain things that can go through them. Not all of them, certain ones though.
What was the mission title?
I can give you that here in a second. It was Painful Omens. Deep Space Station K-13 hasn't been heard from for some time. Starfleet Command wants you to find out what's going on out there. And one of the fights that you deal with, well, the final fight, is a ship that has temporal shielding.
We have a problem.
I'm trying to go through the whole...
Captain, I need...
objectives here.
It's all good.
Let's see.
Looks like I got a personal shield too.
Are you talking about the Deimos Destroyer?
I think that's the one.
Isn't it cool? They are one of the later enemies. Yes, they may have temporal shielding on them, but all that means is that they're able to travel between time zones. That's all it does.
And it looks like I need to heal up my people.
So basically, how can I put this? There are certain characters that are able to go through time and meet with you in the past, at the beginning of your recruiter officers, or later on you meet them to go and get a free ship.
Captain, I need...
Either way, agents of the temporal...
There's more to this mission than you realize, Captain.
Have a temporal protection.
Something's not right.
In their,
I'll explain shortly.
Gear. When that fails,
You are now in sector space. Here, ships travel at warp speed between systems.
Non-damage that
Combat
can
does
you...
not take place in sector space.
Oh no. It's time. Say you went back in time for before your mom, or your dad, or your grandfather, and you were still alive to this day, you won't be alive because you'll be overaged. It would change your current age because of that dysfunction. That's literally what would happen.
It would basically make you a different person.
Mm-hmm. That shield protects them from the effects of the timeline.
Until, well...
It fails.
Well, either if before it fails, it can also be unstable. To where it overages you, but doesn't affect you immediately.
I mean, the cool officer, if I remember right. No, it wasn't even that cool officer. It was, what was his name? Well, I guess we'll learn about him later. He helped cause the issue with Nicole in the first place. It's all intertwined. As years move on, things that got intertwined with such a haywire of a...
Welcome to the Sol System.
Mission to detect a spider nest of events that have been folded upon itself.
This is Earth Space Dock.
So...
Docking at Earth Space Dock for a little bit so I can go heal up. If it has that healing factor still.
Are you in the past one or in the current time one?
I am in the past one.
Don't know if that one has it.
Ship manager. Acquire ships. Ship equipment. Tailor. Ground equipment. Bridge officer. Bridge officer training. I'm gonna currently look around real quick. That's all I can do. Bartender. If it's not here, that is completely fine. Admiral. Just means I try a different day.
Or you can use those repair items to transfer over.
Which I'm not gonna do.
Welcome to the Soul.
Easy way to get your ship repaired.
This is Earth Space Dock. This is Earth Space Dock.
Well, for now, I kind of don't have those. And what mainly took a beating is when I was on the ground. Which, that's fine. I can deal with a few traumas. Not a lot of healing back then. For nurses and doctors and all that. Which, you know, that's fine. I stole my 2 drinks. Which, actually, I'm going to pop one open now. Not a sponsor, but goddammit, Coca-Cola sponsor me. I drink your product every day.
I appreciate your patience. I'm what's known as a temporal agent. It's my job to preserve the timeline. You helped me stop one temporal incursion at K-13. There's been another at Babel, and I could use your help with it. Welcome to the Temporal Ready Room. I use it to monitor the timeline. The Nakul sent agents to a critical point in time. We believe they disrupted the Babel conference in 2268 with the USS Enterprise. I want to send you back there to stop them. You'll be sent back to a point shortly before the conference begins. I'm sending one of our best temporal agents along. I believe you've met.
Nice to see you again. It's been some time. For me, at least. For you, I see hardly any time has passed at all. It must be strange to see me look older.
Once you're on Enterprise, deal with the Nakul and make sure the conference proceeds as planned. You'll have a temporal transport.
If I remember correctly, that's Scott, right?
Bring you back. You'll also have these bioscanners. They're short range, but will detect
the one that appears in the Babel.
And no one will know we're there.
I can look at it right now. No, it is Chivok. Captain Chivok.
The situation at
or Kov. Chikov. Loading Babel system.
Let's begin by you. Oh, and one more item to. Let's get to work. I will check with you again after you are done on the bridge. I haven't worn this uniform for some time. It's a little snug.
Yes, but a little snug means I can move around a little bit better. Sometimes movement is key in this game. Sometimes. Now, for what you guys just saw for the Match to the Wavelength, that's one of the little mini games that this game has for collecting items, doing certain progresses. But again, that's just one of the many. If I remember correctly, there's about 14 mini games. Oh, so they doned it down. Well, I'm talking about, like, all together. The public events, the main stuff, I mean, the whole 9 yards.
Earlier today, while you were gone, I looked up a Lady Fortunes, and it's at risk, fits off on the players, but it's a PvP, PvE area.
Okay.
Vulcan, I will speak to you. How do you vote on the Corridon mission?
And one dude come whipping into the area, and I'm like, you're a player, and you're an enemy. What the heck? I kind of wish I had got my team now.
Senses are showing them.
At the time.
Is there something I can help you with?
I'm still working on trying to replicate the original loadout of USS Voyager.
Oh,
sorry,
should I be concerned? It was my understanding, of course. Now, if you'll...
Sorry.
A little loud, but actually that one wasn't that loud at the time.
Looks like they're on the move. Being here takes me back. It was quite a different time for Starfleet. Head back toward the reception.
And I'll do one more around this corner. Through the doorway.
There he is. Wait, that's Ambassador Gav. One down, unlikely more to go.
Go to deck 5.
The captain's wound is serious.
Captain Kirk.
Good. It looks like the captain is stabilized.
Oh, if I remember correctly. Oh, they took out the interaction to this painting. You used to be able to interact with this painting and it would give you a acolyte. But I guess they took it out.
Someone set a bomb in here.
It's complicated.
All right, lad. Divert power to the number 6 shield. Not that one. Divert power to the number 4 shield. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Auxiliary power to shields.
Auxiliary to shields.
Good work. Now check on that bomb. Repair teams to Deck 19.
Send your repair teams to Deck 19.
Now check on that bomb.
And finally the bomb again.
The guy was ordering me to cut the power. I see what he's about. That got him.
We can't disarm this bomb, but we need to get to that Orion ship anyway. We can take it with us.
Why not just beam it into space?
We can't let that ship be captured. It has dangerous technology on it. Scotty, I need you to trust me. That ship needs to be destroyed. You can't tell anyone what happened here. It could damage the timeline irreparably. Besides, I'm captain now, so I technically outrank you.
All right, lad. I'll take you at your word. Once you're ready, I'll send you and that bomb over.
Beam to the organ ship.
Energizing. Now, what's this?
The Orions will lock down their ship. We need to override their security systems.
Ah, the Orion. Their model used to be a little bit different, but it looks like they updated it a little. Keeping with the old design, but updating it just a little. Security controls. That's 1 out of 2. Let's go over here. Override security. And now we proceed on.
Press the right stick to crouch. Crouching gives a defensive bonus against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks.
With Commander for last because that'll make it easier for everyone. And now time to shut down this shit show. Beam up.
That was close. Indeed.
That was quite an adventure. But you don't need to worry about that.
A lot could have gone wrong today. We could have lost critical figures in history. Sarek of Vulcan, James Kirk, and the crew of the Enterprise. The list is long. However, the timeline was preserved, thanks to you.
Let's go with human.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Let's go with energy weapon training. Let's update that shield. Well, actually, no, the deflector array. And let's Deuterium Alloy Mark II. Engineering console. Right now, for all of the engineering console I have, is this one. All damage resisting rating. It's for the nerds out there. It literally does this. Resists to everything. It's a small amount, but it's largely different at the same time. But again, that's for the nerds. Actually, I'm gonna switch those two around. Give him a Mark II. Yeah. Some pistols are not really that great. And let's get some healing hypo on there. Missions. Tangled webs.
Stay safe out there.
The Federation shouldn't be having... I've pinpointed the incident in question, setting temporal transponder back 2 years. We need to correct the timeline during the Defiance encounter with the Tholians.
Now, is there anything you would like to actually add to defining how this game is actually played, Crow? Well, I'm saying along the lines of what type of different builds can actually be out there. What can people find when they're not really looking for one thing but another thing?
Honestly, it depends if you're doing GPS or just going very fun. Up to the player, really. Anyway, you find on the internet, you're looking for Cat 1, Cat 2 damage, but honestly, get moved to the planet as well. There's such a big inventory out here that you really don't want to help come down to one way of play.
But at the same time, you don't want to convert yourself to one type of ship type of play either.
Well, when it comes to my Janeway, aka Liz on Admiral Janeway, she is designed for the one class, quote unquote, of ship. So basically, I'm just trying to keep it for that long.
Well, yes, but at the same time, you're not really devoted to, besides that one class, but you can have a variety of different ships that are in that same class.
Right. You can have, for my science officer, she could also pilot cruisers, but I've actually limited to only the Voyager class intrepid ship level. Probably because I kind of want to get good at how that kind of ship runs and more of what to do at that point.
Basically, how to understand it.
Right. I mean, they're heavy on science, low on tact, and I'm like, I need to shoot with my beams, let alone my energy weapons.
Now, for me, I'm used to more of the starships that are heavy in tech and science, where they're almost equal, but almost low engineering. In some cases, almost no engineering, only literally one space of engineering.
Yeah, I've seen ships like that. In fact, there's exactly one that I know of that has that, and that is the
I'm used to seeing ships like that, but at the same time, the game has found its way to prioritize how to manipulate the game to be different in its own way, to have more ships that are more versatile. Which you don't really see many of them. Welcome to the stream. Now, I am going to be devoted to this game when I'm streaming this character. If you're going to talk about a different game, please do not try to, unless it is something that has already been played on the channel. But for now, we're more focused on, well, Star Trek Online, or STO as me and Crow call it. Now I will give the epilepsy warning one last time before I continue on doing what I am doing, because this game will get flashy. And it gets flashy very quickly. I think it's more overstated that this game is very flashy. Once you get a build going, depending on what it is, even in exotics, and even if you're going just straight beams, or cannons, or torpedoes. Or if you want to go meme build and go mine launching. It's very, very flashy, no matter what. I'm kind of used to it still, but at sometimes it just starts hurting my eyes. Don't get me wrong, it will start hurting my eyes. Now, granted, I'm going to try to push through the pain as much as possible playing this game, trying to level this character up as much as possible, trying to understand how to play this type of build. Just, and overall trying to understand what I need to do. Just like right there, that happened right next to the ship. Giant flash of kaboom. Literally.
Don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians. Alright, do what you need to do.
I know it doesn't feel great.
Now, if you guys see the ground team, I kind of only have these people as my ground. These 4 plus me for now. There'll be a point to where we literally have to choose a team that will be consistently able to go through the ground missions, get what we need done, and continue on our day. Granted, trying to figure out that team is going to be a little more tricky. Especially for how many different type of buffs, debuffs, character skills, what they can do on ground compared to what they do in space. It's just, it depends on how you want to run debuffs plus buffs. Well, you can also go straight buffs or straight debuffs. Debuff, or yeah, tanking. But usually you still want a debuffer in there. I need that phone.
I found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship.
Now, granted, if I was playing one of my normal characters, like my character Jade,
go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating.
then, well, of course, I would most likely be trying to have my character debuff characters, but at the same time, I'd have everybody else doing the damage. Yes, very true. Or I could just blast into oblivion like I want to. But again, it depends on the build set that you have.
I would love a kind of whole
I'm detecting numerous Nakul life signs. More are on the way.
Now, that's more like towards the veteran side of everything. But at the same time, depending on the beginner side, if you guys have already seen what it can do, or have read on what it can do, just give us an idea of what you think about it. Truthfully, I find it useful in its own way, but at the same time, it can be not very useful on its own.
I doubt the Tholians are
of what people think about what's going on with it. And just like in the first episode, for what he was talking about, for the grenades that can be thrown at your feet, it just happened to me.
I'm reading more incoming Nakul transporter signatures.
Let's continue. Repair the console. Let's repair the console. And let's repair this last console. If the game will let me.
Stop the ship from detonating.
Let's go down this hallway. And oh look, more enemies.
The last remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you.
Now if you guys are seeing me hit R1, that is the alt fire to every weapon that is in the game. That it will literally alt fire the weapon, and with the weapon I have right now, it does a giant, basically a giant grenade. It does an AoE burst of, I think, plasma because of what the weapon is. Which, you know, I don't mind seeing a giant plasma grenade going through the air, fucking at Mach 50. You know, I don't mind seeing that happen every once in a while. It's kind of funny.
We've got enemy ships.
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them. You better get back to the ship.
Well, there's a way to.
I always have cold feet after having those days of throwing those grenades.
Oh yeah, there's also the different type of grenades that can just do literal just AoE.
Honestly, I prefer using the rockets, the micro torpedoes more, because then they don't jump at your feet.
Well, for now I only have the photonic grenade. That's only for now. Truthfully, I would like to get the micro rockets, but that's going to be a little bit later.
Progress. She has.
Okay, let's have a little. And I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big and here they come.
Now, if you guys saw what my character's name is, as it said, Captain Frost. And play on to, well, 1, Call of Duty, and for 2, one of my mains that I play in Warframe. No, Warframe is a bit different though. That's more like Space Ninjas. Well, there's always something new, so... Necros? Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about like your first. Now, here's something. Well, here's something back to the game for what's been going on. Tractor beams. If people know what snaring is, or ensnaring, or basically being held in place. That's what tractor beam kind of does. There's ways out of it, yes, but I do not currently have that way. Don't get me wrong, it's a great thing to have, but when you get ensnared, it's not fun.
That dreadnought is coming in fast. My engineers are gonna need time. A lot more time.
Now, you guys, as players, can also use tractor beam against the enemies. I use it a little bit here and there when it's like the only thing I can use. I'd like to use more along the lines of control in a different way. I more like to have my control as gravity well. Tractor beam is still good, don't get me wrong, but gravity well it's still better. It groups the enemy. Well, either way, it still groups what needs to be together as, aka the enemy. Or if you're going against one enemy and you're not doing just enough damage, and you can shoot out a gravity well, it'll keep that enemy in place long enough for you to do the damage while doing damage itself. It's very versatile and very useful in its own way. It just depends on how you want to, well, make your build. Now, I have seen people play a tractor beam build. Don't get me wrong. It looks fun. Not for me. Definitely a not for me thing. Mainly because I never get enough speed to constantly have it being able to remote target multiple people.
And the best thing in the game is movement.
Our engines are still down! We can't escape!
You get a bonus, basically.
Exactly. So, if someone were, or something were to say, grapple you while you try to move towards a target,
No, I'm afraid the Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts.
But if you have certain things for Tractor Beam yourself, or a few other ones that are around in the Tractor Beam family for debuffing the enemy,
we often disagree
on top of what you're already doing,
we're able to work past our differences and do the right thing.
then
I hope you and I can do the same.
you could technically have them held in place while debuffing the enemy multiple times.
That has to count for something.
Congratulations.
Granted, I don't try to do a Tractor Beam build.
I don't go above a ensign grade Tractor Beam. It's not really mandatory to use it to damage your opponent. It's meant to just grapple your opponent. Like if you want to just hold the guy in place while you're dealing with it. I mean, it's almost never used against like multiple enemies, but it doesn't hurt to have it on hand.
No, it does not hurt it at all. Now, if you wanted to hurt your build more than try to help your build, then yeah, go with whatever you feel like that doesn't need to be really there. And that's more along the lines of the people that like to lockbox play. I'm talking about the people that constantly lockbox play, to where, oh, this looks flashy, this looks funny.
The biggest problem with those builds are that they can crash someone else's game.
It's not fun.
No, it's not. However, they can help you build if you use them correctly in certain builds. If you overdo it, you can overdo the server.
And that's really not advised if you want to try to crash the server.
Or your friends.
Yeah, that would just piss them off. I don't really need the all damage resisting rating. I think I'll go with flight turn speed instead. I never liked using it for the all damage rating. Just hinders the play.
The neutronium armor is, I mean, the idea there is great, but if you take like two of the same thing,
We have a situation. Stay safe.
Build out of both.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history.
Which you get 20 plus 10 plus 5.
The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux.
And if you have up to, well, let's put it to the highest console rating
We'll need to
in tactical and in science, because there's a way to do it in science as well.
Actually, not at the moment. When it comes to neutronium armor plating, it's all engineering. That's what's going on.
Well, I'm saying there's a way to have it where certain consoles have a perk on it where it's a certain rating for a certain defense. This goes to the stats of the nerds. This, the kinetic, the phaser, disruptor, plasma, tetragon, polarin, and anti-proton resistances, they will have diminishing returning. Meaning, if you put 5 on there, or 6, or 7, or 8, or 50 billion, you're going to get down to like 0.10.
But to be all honest, the whole issue is you get to one's a good early game, but they become a drawback late game.
Or if you find that very rare console of getting one where you get 50 overall on everything and you're able to use it all the way through late game, that's the only exception I would say.
Which is almost never.
I found one on PC, never could find another one.
All I can tell you is that was a glitched one, because they never existed since I've been playing.
It most likely was glitched, because there was a lot of players at the time when I was doing a quote-unquote raid area, basically one of the TFOs that was constantly played. And it was so buggy and laggy that it was literally like you could get so much stuff but only get one item out of all of it. But at the same time, it was more along the lines of, this was like the start of like some of the big TFOs.
I mean, they've had some big ones lately.
Well, I'm meaning more like when they first integrated, where is it? That's PvP. There's PvE. See how I can't do the PvP or PvE, guys? Literally cannot do them at all. Here's all the patrols that I can do. I'm not gonna do them. But Crystalline, the Crystalline one that everyone does not like to run.
It's not that they don't like to run, it's because of queue time.
Well, that too. But
that's the main reason. It takes forever for it to load unless everyone's, you know, putting their vote in at the same time.
True. Now, when that one first came out,
I remember
that
farmed the hell out of it.
Oh, it was beautiful. Do not get me wrong. But for PC, it was so laggy.
Particle rendering. Fun.
And if you did it just right with people who ran the big stuff from like lockboxes, it will almost immediately crash your game. The Battle of Caleb 4.
All hands, this is Admiral Gary. We have the Klingons out.
The Admiral is hailing the Klingons on all frequencies. No response. The Klingons are making an attack.
I think it is. Now, if you guys are seeing, yes, I'm using melee beams. I'm not going to try to turn this into a beam bow, but right now that's kind of the only thing that is more powerful than the photon torpedo I kind of have. And it's also constant damage that I can keep pumping out. Instead of having to wait about 5-6 seconds, hitting him with the torpedo 5-6 seconds, it's just a whole waiting process. This is more along the lines of, I'm able to pump out DPS. It's kind of what I'm needing right now.
Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute... Concentrate fire on the cruiser. We need to protect them.
Mighty Federation. We Klingons can be great.
I'm picking up. Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter.
And here we go, into the Klingon ship. Let's see what the Klingon have to say. Now, if I remember correctly, this is also still before the binary stars. If I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong about that one. I was saying for which mission is this one again? The Battle of Caleb 4. This one's still before the binary stars, if I remember correctly.
Most likely.
That door to the left leads to an engineering section. Good place to set a charge.
Unless Caleb 4 was after the binary stars. I have not read up a lot on the lore again. It's been a while. Oh wow, the charges are actually looking different too. It actually looks like a bomb that was placed. Besides a jetpack.
So much for the element of surprise.
Okay.
The door.
Let's cut the door open.
Science lab over here. Probably the only one on a ship of this size. Another good spot for a bomb.
Oh, we did not cut the door open. Come on. Thank you. Now, I do not know why the bug for the grenades getting thrown at the feet is. But all I know is I really want to get off this photon grenade. I really do. Come on, cut the door down. Good boy. Now, if I also remember correctly, there is a glitch with one of the heavy assault rifles, where if you double tap the alt fire, then
Understand how dangerous they are.
you can shoot multiple of that rocket.
Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them. Now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail me.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you. Pity.
Well, I mean, our ship looks the same, but, you know, you kind of messed up there.
You're the Federation, and in that way...
Let's deal with back targets first. No, we're not going to call for help. We will rather just respawn. Which gives us another thing of trauma. Which is fine.
The chargers are ready to blow.
Beam over. Back to my ship. So, for the Halloween event that's going on, would you like to give anybody tips about it?
Witches, skeletons, and ghosts and puzzles and everything. You are limited to not use TFO on if you're not competitive. If you are competitive, they'll all have all watch with the TFO. If you casual zone it because more likely than not, people will set off in a team that you communicate, and you can communicate, you need a lot of chaos.
That, or if you know what you're doing with randos, you know how to easily manipulate the enemies to work with you instead of against you.
Thanks for the help.
Nice work. I owe you one.
This is Gary. We're outmatched here. Disengage under best possible power. Make for heading 265 bar 10 at best speed.
Run while you can, Starfleet. Won't get far.
Won't be forgotten. Done us all proud. Give them hell, my friend.
At least one Starfleet officer has the courage to die well. Coming for me.
Agent of yesterday. Trophy complete.
I'm afraid you're dead. Your ship was destroyed destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech, but your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it.
I know that because that's what on my control basketball bounce that much. I was trying to get him better gear up on the line there.
I would have probably lasted the same amount because of, well, always having the same level gear no matter what.
There's one dude left. Where is he? There he
Welcome,
is.
nerds. Space Dock.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
You're scheduled for a meeting.
Welcome to Earth Space Dock. Let's get that matter energy weapons going. Let's get that kit readiness going. Now here's something, willpower. Basically, it increases the ability to resist the incoming control effects. Control effects include all the following: disable, stun, knockdown, repel, pull, confusion, placate, running speed debuff, and normally you start out with the willpower of 50 while leveling up at a rate of 1 plus 1 per level up until reaching level 50. Again, they have not skilled it off to where it's to level 60, where it should technically be. Each point of willpower provides 2 resistance rating into the incoming control effects. Having 100 plus 100 resisting will cut the effectiveness of most incoming effects in half, meaning almost 50% of it will not hit me.
The problem is I think that's an activated ability. I don't know.
Willpower is a non-active. That is a passive. Then there's device mastery. Total device effectiveness bonus. Basically, each device that you have, well, technically, not it's more of
devices are like your stim packs, your
yeah.
Food.
It gives it basically a 50% bonus, giving you a little bit more of that oomph going through it. But in reality, it's a 0.5 buff. Yeah, it's true. It's better than nothing. Truthfully, I would like to go after that device experience. Truthfully. Let's go with Field Technician, Kit Readiness, plus 50 Kit Readiness. Reduce charge time on kit abilities. The kit abilities is like the photon grenade that I've been using. It will reduce it by half, if I remember correctly. Unless they still have it at 0.5. Crippling Fire. This is the next thing I was going to go after. Crippling Fire is a space trait. This trait causes all your critical hits with attacks to reduce your target's accuracy by moderate amount. Minus 2.5 to be exact. This effect can stack up to 4 times, meaning it can go from 2.5 to 5 to, I think it's 2.5 to 5 to 7.5 to, I think, 10? 10% of their accuracy. It increases by the 2.5, I know that. My math may be wrong. And we just got blues for everything. No.
Got a message.
Oh, I got here in a minute. If you're talking. I do not have that chat up right at the moment.
You're scheduled for a meeting.
I will
with
do
the
that
top
here in a
brass.
minute. I have it on the combat stuff, so it does not affect
You're scheduled for a meeting
stream
with the
and
top
stuff
brass.
like that.
Have you familiarized?
All the different ships going around orbit. Alright, who bugged the pests? The furballs? Are they really starting to do that in the bar now?
Yeah, they really are.
Okay.
Welcome to my Hello. You can alter your uniform and look here.
I do not mind looking the way I do. My next thing is to go to actually the ship guys, because I need to repair my ship. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm going off track a little bit here, is because repairing the ship is a lot easier to go off track from where you're doing, so I can also go and quickly repair my my debuffs that I have on me. And good thing I did not have my soda there. Some stuff fell from above me. This is the medical guy. He will literally cure you of all the debuffs. It is a radiation 3 sickness that I got off of that. Radiation sickness 3. Now I'm checking all injuries because it is just easier to do all injuries here first before doing anything else. Now let's go meet up with the Fleet Admiral of, well, the fleet I'm in. If you guys don't know, this is the bar, this is the dance club, this is where we have parties and all that type of fun. I don't really try to go into the bar as much as possible. And I'll be up.
Where I'm able to see the ships.
If I remember correctly, that is back in the bar up on the right side. Fleet Admiral. This is my friend. This is his character, his main character. And what he does is a whole lot different than what my character will be doing. The fleet he just added me into is one that we are building and currently building. I'll show that off here.
I'm going to say one thing. Happy Halloween.
What?
Okay.
But if you guys are wondering if there's a fleet out there that is accepting everyone and anyone, just be as friendly as fucking possible. Here you go. Here's our fleet. We are accepting, we are recruiting. We would love to help. Seriously, we would love to help. I'm fine right now. And if you guys are wondering, yes, we do post as much as we can. We are doing everything in our willpower to get this fleet rolling and to even show off what we have. Here's our colony world, our dilithium mine, our embassy, our K-13, our research lab, spire, and starbase. We are fleet level 27. If I remember correctly, the highest is 50. Oh, they actually changed that? Yeah, see, I'm still good. The highest I remember was 50 because that's where mine was. Give me 1 minute here because I'm having to air up the bed.
For that.
Well, this is the fleet that we are going to be in for now until, well, either we switch over to another character that is not in the fleet, which all my characters are in the fleet as soon as they are. The only one that is not is the Klingon. Reasons is, it's a Klingon. Thank you, Admiral, for letting me into the fleet.
I wish I could give you a welcoming gift, but due to our rules, I can't.
That is A-okay. Now let's go down from the bar, down to where our actual mission report needs to be.
We might have to go out there and call.
You good, baby?
No, my head's spinning. I have a fucking migraine. And I'm being told I think there's just one out. I think there's one on the table right now. What the fuck? They know damn well I haven't seen this whole motherfucking week.
I know. I'm just moving that out of the way. Choose reward. Let's go. Okay, who do I have? One tactical, one engineering, two tactical, one engineering, and one science. Let's go with, I would say a scientist, yeah. Not now. Temporal agent. Where would he be located? I'm not...
Look for the
There's Admiral Quinn.
We're talking about Patrol Officer Gray.
Oh, here's Philip.
Welcome to the 25th century.
It took me a minute to realize who it was. Here's all the missions that we can do from Admiral. I am not doing them right away because we will get to all of that when we get to, well, there. Think that's enough tape, babe?
No. That's still leaking.
Now, let's browse ships. If I remember correctly, yep, T2. We get a cruiser, an escort, or a science vessel. I'm not really feeling the science vessel, so let's go cruiser. Now there are different variants. There are ones that are looks of, well, Zen bound, but we don't do that. There's the escort. There's two different variants that I can grab right now. Then there's the science. There's three different variants I can grab, two of them that are Zen. I'm feeling like the cruiser, because that's just how I'm feeling. Let's grab the Excalibur variant. Quebec. Yeah, I don't mind that name. USS Quebec. Now, it won't immediately start up that ship because I have not technically selected that ship, but I have it now in my arsenal. I'll select that ship here in a minute.
I see you chose a fine...
It's dead. Because of the cold. Let's go all the way down so we can go select the ship that I just now have earned. Diplomatic quarters. I will take that. Go to the Vulcan system. Do that here in a minute. Manage ships. Ready. Ship. And stats for all the nerds. Return to ship. Smooth move, XLX.
Once you're done, there's more too.
That's probably gonna be a little while.
Well, apparently the fridge in the kitchen's ours, and so are ours. That's what I was told. What's for dinner? No. The fridge in the kitchen is ours. The two outside is everybody else's. Even though the one in the kitchen barely anybody uses.
So here's all the other missions that can be actually be done now, since we are now outside of the agents of yesterday. Being, well, the temporal stuff. Klingon War is what's technically up next, then the Romulan Mystery. Kardashian Struggle, which truthfully is annoying.
I'm gonna go sit outside.
It's more annoying the fact that it's not complete.
Yeah, that's mainly why I'm more annoyed with it. Then there's the Borg Advance. Truthfully, they could have done a little bit more besides just TFO operations, how they work, basically, and then going into what the Borg kinda are. Then there's New Romulus, Dyson Sphere, Delta Quadrant, which is all the Delta Quadrant stuff. I literally mean all the Delta Quadrant stuff. It gets repetitive after a while. Iconian War, which is the Iconian War. Yesterday's War. I'm not 100% sure what it still says about what it is. All I know is it's somewhat part of the Iconian War. Future Proof. If I remember correctly, that's going into the future.
And the past.
Okay, yeah, the future and the past, apparently. New Frontiers I still don't understand that storyline. Gamma Quadrant, that's the stuff for Gamma. Age of Discovery, plain and simple. Jalal's, I don't know if that's correct about that name, but it's the other one of the Discoveries. Then there's the Klingon Civil War, then Terran Gambit, where it just has you running around doing miscellaneous things, and then Wish Upon a Star, which I have not completed on any of my characters. We're going to be literally going through all of this on the hardest difficulty Elite. You're probably thinking, this man's crazy. Yes, I am. Have you just now noticed that? This is Earth Space Dock. This is the upgraded version of the Earth Space Dock, I should say, from when we entered it the first time to when it is now. The crew stations get an upgrade of what they are, because we now get 2 engineering, 1 tactical, and 1 science. And someone just leveled up. I heard the sound of it. Now, if you guys would like to read the green boxes, you know, y'all guys can read the green boxes. I'm not really worried about the green boxes. Before I enter the Vulcan system, well, I'll let my ship get there first before I explain what I'm about to be doing. Come on. There we go. Okay, before I enter the Vulcan system, you guys probably already know who the Vulcan are. If not, well, please go through the storyline of what type of, well, Star Trek stuff you are in. If you're not into Star Trek and this is not your game, just have fun and chat. I'll be right back because I need to take a quick bathroom break. Alrighty, sorry about that. I'm back now, and we're now going into the Vulcan system. Enter Vulcan system.
Captain, complete activity check event. Starts in less than 1 hour. To participate, all you have to do is RSVP and say Nothing. You just have to register for it.
I'll most likely do that on probably Jade, because that is my actual main captain, Jade. Now, why the name Jade? Why the fuck not?
I'm surprised they haven't made a Jade version of Pokemon lately. I mean, they made Sapphire, they made Ruby, they made Emerald, they made Crystal, they made Diamond.
Emerald is technically the cousin of Jade.
Still, they haven't made an actual Jade version.
Very true. Diplomatic orders.
And if I'm not mistaken, emeralds are meant to be traded with villagers in Minecraft.
Now this is a little bit buggy because of the Captain Charon trying to land the shuttle.
Starfleet shuttlecraft.
You know, them being so close to each other is not even funny. You know what? No, I'm not gonna skip cutscenes. Oh, the shuttle bay door did not actually open that time. Speak with the ambassador. No, I'm just gonna let the cutscenes play at this point. I could skip them, but, you know, why not? Let's go over to these two. Welcome to Vulcan.
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse. The ambassador has considered... The ambassador, I'm afraid...
Peace and
There's the High Priest.
Do you seek knowledge of the end? Do you seek knowledge? That should never have had. Do you seek knowledge? Even if people...
If you guys want to try to read through that, just pause or go through the game yourself and read all of this. I'm really not in the mood to, so I'm just going to go down to here. Continue. Turn back around. Talk to the ambassador.
Do you have any questions? Excellent.
Wait for the game to register that I have talked. And now we're just gonna run down the mountain.
Say same thing. I was supposed to say, damn, I just cleaned this fucking room. I only dropped 2. My shelf caught most of them. 1, 2, 3.
Actually, 2.5, but yeah.
3.
No, 2.5. That one piece right there.
We have logged your flight today.
Yeah, my chest caught most of them.
Live long and prosper.
Because I gotta call Pepper back to see what the fuck she wanted. She just tried to call me. And that's why I'm trying to turn my volume down.
Return to ship. Oh no. But I was just showing you that it was done.
I mean, I just tried to turn it on and it turned off.
Depart system.
So I have your email on my...
Here's the replicator and what it shows for everything that the replicator can do.
Reclaim previously sold items using retrieve.
Truthfully, I don't mind the replicator. I don't like seeing most of the things that it does, only because it's literally like, oh, you can replicate almost everything that you have just discarded. It's, well, mostly everything. It gets to a point where the replication is just, it's a lot. Now, I do have... Mine's actually... Yeah, mine's actually better than that one. Mine is better. Mine gives a 0.02 difference. And that's just better overall. Now here's something. Ship drain expertise. Improves energy and shield drain, but also resistance at the same time. What that truthfully means is the drain of how fast your shields and energies can be depleted, if I remember correctly. Well, the energy weapons, I should say. If I remember that correctly. I can put on the photonic projectile weapon, the technical detonation assembly Mark III for photon. I'm not really using torpedoes, so I'm really not going to put that on there. Let's go down here. Let's go to their devices. So they have at least something on their system. And let's go to the neighboring system. Now, yes, this is going to be slow for the first beginning start of all of this until I get to level 50, which is not going to be that much more difficult. Now we truthfully begin the diplomatic orders. And before anything, there are 6 anomalies here. Let's pick that up. Let's scan the gas. All the R&D stuff we will be doing is all on our own. We are not having help from anyone. We are not having help from anything besides ourselves. So what we find is what we get. Next one's way over there. I see two of them right now. Oh, I see the third one too. I think it's pointing into that one first. Yes, it is. Let's go over here. Magnesite. Not bad for a pickup. I got green out of that one. There are two more here. Another ore. Rubidium. And I got blue, so I got a rare out of that one. No more anomalies in the area. Scan for energy pattern.
This is Captain Katak to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time.
Now, I will say this. If I don't understand how to get a certain thing, I do have my friends here to kind of help on how to get it, but not how to directly implement it. Am I correct about that? That also depends if they are willing to really be that clutch of, oh, I don't know how to get this, where do I get this? Because some people, not all people, some people like to be dicks. I'm mainly talking about people who are, well, more along the lines of the true assholes of the game. One down. know there's one more somewhere. Now, if you guys are seeing this, this is the commands I can give, which is the command attract fire, strategic maneuvering, shield frequency modulation, weapon system efficiency, which I actually might use that one more often than not. There's the Class F shuttle that I could technically pull out. But it just depends on how you want to play on that for what you're doing. Tech pattern Alpha 2. I will actually set that for auto activates 20 seconds after combat starts. And then engineering.
I then the captain. Alive? You want?
There's no need. A most ill potentially.
A true.
A wise.
Beam down. If I remember correctly, the word pronouncing for that, for this planet is Pajim. Like I said, we're doing this on the hardest difficulty. If you guys do not, if you guys like to just watch speed runs of how to play this game, I'm not your person for that. I want to take my time. I want to try to make sure I have everything and anything that is possible to me to where I can stay, well, alive. It's all good. And just so he has an invite back to here, whenever he needs it, I'm going to send him the invite. So he can, instead of being like, oh, invite me to party please, he has the invite already. Pretty shiny thing. We'll go over here and grab this, which should give us some healing. Yep. Cleon target milk. Meh. Not the best item that I could have got out of that, but it's an item. Let's get a frag up there. Ooh, engineering kit 3. Mark 3 blue. Sadly, I'd rather just scavenge the item. Let's go back into here. Give him the target milk. Give him the small shield. More healing. More healing. You guys remember, always stay hydrated, always do that. It is 2 hours into the stream. You guys are probably getting tired of me talking, but at the same time, you probably are like, oh, this is kind of informational. It is very hard to try to comment on this game while at the same time trying to keep this game rolling into playing it, unless we are just having that much fun and we are just rolling with the jokes. But I guess that's too corny for everyone. Incoming message. Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Watch out for the sawdust.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial.
Still haven't seen it.
We are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak
still haven't seen it.
Perish.
Don't do that while I'm stretching, please. Defeat the imposter. Where's the imposter? There he is. The one time I actually wanted it to aim at my feet. It worked. Beat him up. Continue with our task at hand. Before we leave, we have 6 anomalies to get here so we can have all that juicy stuff for R&D later. Do you need help there?
Yes. Can't.
Now this is kind of something that would happen all the time where I can't damage them, they can't really damage me. Literally this will happen 9 times out of 10. Sit still, sit still. Now, it wants us scan for debris. We are not going to do that right now. We are going to go and collect all the anomalies that are around so we can have even more stuff for R&D. So, let's go. Or magnesium. Well, whatever it's called. There's 3 more somewhere, and I can't see where it is. Now, let's scan the debris.
This is Captain.
Not now. So it's down this way. Yes, I know there's two anomalies here. Trying to see where the second one is. Beta tachyon particles. Let's scan. Match the wavelength. Almost right the first time. Oh, that's actually behind me. I didn't notice that one. Okay. Now, if you guys are wondering, all my upgrades are most likely going to be from R&D, either from me building it or from the missions from the game, giving me the items that I need for this game to constantly keep going. Now, yes, I could constantly just make one type of item over and over, again and again. Let's go with the quantum.
Lieutenant Commander.
Let's set it in the back. Captain, skills. Let's go with... Turning expertise, do I need that right now? Not really. Let's go with some control expertise. It's kind of needed at the moment. Two tech, I think. Yeah, two science. So let's go to engineering. Depart system. The Fleet Academy. I think that's behind us in Seoul.
I've received a report. There is a bully.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
Yeah, we're first gonna make this primary first. Yes, I know about the return to ship. If you guys can't already tell, I've already did the return to ship. I showed y'all what it did. It returned me to a current ship. Sorry about the yawning. It's been a hot minute since I woke up. Star Academy, beam down. Welcome back.
I have returned, and something... can we talk in a little bit? We need to figure out what the hell's going on.
Sure. Is it something to do with family, or?
I just want to know what the heck's going on in the other lobby. In regards to block players and maybe a brother of yours.
I'm guessing attacker blocked Brandon.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know either. I wouldn't know a damn thing about that, actually.
And I can't get into the other party. Fine.
I can mess real quick, seeing about stuff. In the party in that.
One block player, and all I know is the attacker could have been invoked, but he won't respond to me.
Huh. I would have to charge my phone real quick then, because I'm not gonna message him on PlayStation. Let's depart system. I would not know what's going on though. Unless that blocked player is that person we don't know. I'm not sure. Unless it could have been someone else blocking someone.
No, it literally said for me and Nathan have this bed blocked.
20 ships in range.
There's probably a reason. There's always a reason.
My biggest question is how the hell is he in that damn party again?
Always someone else is his friend. And they joined off of that friend.
To any, please help.
I mean, literally, it could be for any reason. One anomaly left. Yeah, that's over there. I'll grab that once I'm done with killing everything. Yeah, I really wouldn't know. It could be possibly, Biddy's that, is in that party. Ray's friend.
I don't think I have him blocked.
I'm looking right now through my friends list real quick, seeing if I have them. No, I don't have them.
Captain.
Use the teleporter. Go. Small stuff for healing. Got the leaks out of the way. Got one more to do for that. That's the third plasma leak.
We hid in Orion. I'll never let those.
Scan the warp core.
It is no surprise that the cowardly Orions cannot even handle raiding a freighter. But their call for assistance has given us a chance for glorious combat.
Let's activate this. Tactical thinking. Let's keep running to that exit. Beam out. Now, if you guys are not already liking and subscribing and all that fun stuff, all that fabulous shit you guys already fucking do, please remember to do that. Please like, subscribe, do all that fabulous shit you love to do. Let's get back to what we doing. You guys are really getting on my nerves with this warship shit. Soldier of the Empire. Now, can I please scan this ore? We have one more to scan, which is way up there. We'll get to that here in a fucking second because the turn radius of this ship is dog shit. Dog shit.
Attempting to get a transporter lock on Captain Broad, sir. Boosting containment. Captain.
You saved my crew. I'll tell you what, the Azor. I don't say you saved my. You saved my crew. When the contain. You saved my crew. Go back. The Azor. I don't say you saved my crew.
Any more anomalies in the system? No, there are not any more anomalies in the system. That is great to know. We can depart the system. Now, yes, this stream is going to probably be a few hours long, but that is only because I really love to play this game, and it actually helps me get full out onto everything that is needed.
Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Your active navigate to space for impact. Detailed information about R1 to toggle between different auto exchange settings and change when this power will automatically be used. This power
Let's get improved control. If you guys cannot tell, I do really like doing hand-me-downs all the way down my characters only because it is the easiest damn thing to fucking do. Now, if you guys do not like me doing that for hand-me-downs and all that fucking fabulous stuff, there's only a reason why I do hand-me-downs all the way down my characters. Or at least hand-me-downs to my current people. If you guys are wondering what I am doing, I am currently upgrading all their stuff to be at least Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, Mark Vs, all the way up to where I can basically have everything and anything that is possible. And let's have her have the heavy. Welcome back.
I just had a system software problem when I tried to look up at this Shark Daddy 69,000.
Huh.
That is, and yet I can look at everyone else's file just fine.
That's completely utter weird.
And are you still streaming?
Yes, I am. Go ahead, talk shit.
I don't know who they are. They need to get out of that party. That is not meant for people who cause problems. They don't belong in that chair.
Research rescue. Well, researcher rescue.
All I'm gonna say is when you get a chance, go contact your brother and find out what the hell's going on.
Welcome to the stream. Comment down below who you are if you want to. That is completely up to you. Just join the stream, chat all you want. We do not give a fuck. If you have questions about the games, we have answers about everything you possibly can and possibly will need. If you are just wondering what I am doing a character that I have been, well, wanting to stream on StarTrek for probably a good while now, but I haven't had the chance until now because my internet has been completely utter shit. But now it is completely and utter goodly stable for now until, well, something happens to it. Which most likely it won't. It's all good, man. Now, once we get over to where we need to go in the subspace slants or the quote-unquote system of Canas, or Canes, or however you want to say it, I will be stopping the stream there because I got shit to fucking do. So, if you guys haven't done it, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fabulous shit that you guys love to fucking do. And when we get there, we'll see you later. Alright guys, for the people who did not hear it in the back, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fabulous shit you guys love to do. And we'll catch you later.